तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चादेशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। लाउडर, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So thank you so much. So many people are over here, so good to see. Some faces are familiar and some faces are quite new. So I would like to welcome each and every one of you to the Bhakti Riksha. Today we are going to discuss one very, very important aspect of our life, which a lot of people think it is beyond my control. Time. Krishna says, "Main samay hu." You remember that Doordarshan ka wheel घूम रहा, मैं समय हूँ. So let's see how Krishna is saying मैं समय हूँ and how we can help our own life in managing time. So we'll spend some time and see how we can help ourselves to manage time better. And then the second aspect is financial management. Rather than finance management, we'll talk about life planning. And one aspect of life planning is finance management. So we'll try to touch base on that. Is that all okay? Yes. So before that, you know, devotees are like salt. Yes. When the salt is too much in the food, we don't appreciate it. And when the salt is too little in the food, we don't appreciate it. But when the salt is perfect, do we appreciate it? Yeah. कभी मम्मी को वाइफ को बोला क्या नमक डाला है? कभी मम्मी को आपने बोला मम्मी क्या नमक डाला है? Have you ever said that? We never appreciate the things which we cannot see, correct? Yes or no? But without namak, खाने में मजा आता है? नहीं. Similarly, in this Bhakti Riksha, which all of you are very, very fortunate, there are devotees who are dedicated their life organizing this. Do you all agree with this? Yes. Opening the house, hosting so many people week after week, month after month, it's not easy. Right? So I would like to thank Shailendra Prabhu and Mataji for hosting Bhakti Riksha. There are amazing devotees. Shailendra Prabhu comes to morning Mangala Aarti many times. He's a very quiet and very grave person. Gambhira. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent a lot of time in Gambhira. He's a very grave and very sincere devotee. So very nice. So thank you, Shailendra Prabhu. Thank you, Mataji, for hosting this program. Second, this is the reason I wanted to come over here. I wanted to thank and glorify and appreciate what Naam Sankirtan Prabhu, Mataji, and the Aviraj. And where's your brother? Oh, over here. Dhoti mein. This family is an amazing family. It's an amazing family. All of us are very fortunate to witness something like this. You know, have such a good enthusiasm. Aviraj mein. And Prabhu brings the kids and Mataji to Mangala Aarti at 4 o'clock, 4:15 in the morning, while most of us are in the bed thinking कि ठंड कब कम होगी? ठंड कभी कम होती है? नींद कभी कम होगी? In spite of that, they come in the morning and so happy to see. It's an amazing art of living a life. And then our Kartal Guru, Rahugan Prabhu and Mataji, Shivani Mataji and Prabhu. Prabhu is very, very educated. He's from IIT. Right? He's from IIT. And all of these people are putting their heart into running this. And then again another inspiration. Prabhu is sitting over there, Deepak Prabhu. I get a lot of inspiration from his getting up early in the morning, worshipping the deities. So all of you, including myself, we are very, very fortunate. We don't know the person sitting next to us, who is he or who she is, and what values we can learn from them. Do we all agree? Yes. We think the person sitting next to me is just an ordinary person, but no. These people who are hosting this, facilitating this, running this, they're setting such a high standard for us so that we can get inspiration from all of them. So please give a round of applause to Naam Kirtan Prabhu, Prabhu, Shalendra Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you. As I said, when the salt is good, we don't appreciate it. So when these devotees are facilitating this, so it's a very, very hard task which you do every week. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So before we begin, let's discuss the format of today's discussion. For the next 5 to 7 minutes, I just want to learn from you that what have you learned. Right? So आप लोगों ने last 1 साल हो गया प्रभु? Okay. Last 1 साल में क्या सीखा है? What is one good takeaway point? I just want to 3 or 4 Prabhus and 3 or 4 Matajis very quickly. आपका नाम बताइए और what is one thing which you have loved apart from prasadam? What is one thing which you have loved apart from prasadam? What is the key takeaway? Then we'll discuss today's discussion, and towards the tail end, again we'll do a recap. Okay, आज के discussion में से आपको क्या पसंद आया, and then we'll have a Q&A. Is that okay? ठीक है? All right. Who want to go first? घर का है. Yes. One point. What is the key takeaway? आपका नाम प्रभु जी है.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. My name is Mayur. Our key takeaway is after with this Pratiksha we are trying to have Krishna at the center. Like we are learning how to get Krishna as in every part of our day-to-day activity and every part of thinking.
Jai.
So that's something we are learning.
Very nice. How to keep Krishna in the center of our life. हम आरती करते हैं तो how do we do आरती? Do we do आरती circle, square, rectangle? How do we do it? Circle. Why do we do आरती circle? Because Krishna is in the center. हम कभी सोचा है हम आरती अगरबत्ती गोल क्यों घुमाते? स्क्वायर ऐसा क्यों नहीं घुमाते? ट्रायंगल के ऐसा क्यों नहीं घुमाते? Because when we are doing आरती as a circle, we want to keep Krishna in the center. So, thank you, Mayur Prabhu. Yes, one Mataji, one Prabhu. Yes, yes, kids.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I have learned that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God.
Jai! Please give a round of applause. What is your name?
Kyra.
Kyra. She has learned that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You know what that means? This is 50% of the knowledge. Ab mano ya na? Vedya sarva aham eva vedyo. Veda takrit. Krishna says in the 15th chapter, 15th verse, the sum and substance of all the Vedas is to know me. And when you know Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna tu Bhagavan Swayam, that means it is the perfection of knowledge. Thank you. Yes, one Prabhu. No. Yes, who wants to go next? Very quickly. Yes, Prabhu. Without the mic, that's okay. Yes, very, very.
So my name is Santosh Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So almost 1 year हो गए यहाँ.
हाँ जी.
एक टेकअवे मेरे लिए ये है कि कोई भी सिचुएशन परमानेंट नहीं रहती, it's a temporary. So in all the situations, just surrender to Shri Krishna and then keep chanting so that you will be closer to the Krishna. So
Jai. Thank you. Thank you. Shantar Prabhu saying, whatever situation we have in the life, it is temporary. It will come and it will go. Krishna says this in the 2nd chapter, which was Matras, 14th verse, 2.14. Krishna says, Matras Pashut Kanteya Sito Sukha Dukkada. It is everything in the world is like summer and winter season. It will come and go. And Bollywood also says this. आना जाना लगा रहेगा, दुख जाएगा, सुख आएगा. कौन सा मूवी है? गिरफ्तार. नहीं, गिरफ्तार मूवी है रजनीकांत, अमिताभ बच्चन, चिरंजीवी. नहीं, आप लोगों ने नहीं देखा हुआ ना? Have you seen this movie गिरफ्तार? Can you recollect? ये जेल में गाना गाता है. हाँ, सब पुरानी यादें देखना चाहिए. नहीं देखना चाहिए. All right, what else? One Mataji, yes, Mataji. Now,
Hare Krishna Prabhu, my name is Roshni.
Roshni.
Since we joined, we feel like मतलब कुछ तो पिछड़ा हम कुछ कर नहीं रहे थे जैसे लाइफ में. Now feeling like life is on track और एक satisfaction है कि कुछ तो productive कर रहे लाइफ में. So that is और अगर कुछ नहीं करते, कुछ मिसिंग, 1-2 राउंड कम हो जाते हैं तो गिल्ट रहता है कि आई एम नॉट गिविंग इनफ टाइम. सो एक्चुअल कहाँ जाना है अभी थोड़ा सा क्लियरिटी आया है कि ट्रैक कहाँ है. सो दैट इज रियलाइजेशन.
That is very deep. What you have said is very, very deep. That having satisfaction in life, because everybody are adding zeros. 0 plus 0? 0 minus 0? 0 divided by 0? But 1 plus 0? 1. And this Krishna is 1. You're feeling satisfaction. Why are you feeling satisfaction? Because you're adding 1 in front of zeros. At the moment, everybody are busy adding zeros plus 0, 0 minus 0, 0 divided by 0, 0 into 0. Everything is 0. Because at the time of death, everything is going to be taken away. All the health, all the wealth, all the fame, all the name, all the beauty which we are trying to acquire is going to be taken away at the time of death. But when we try to add Krishna into what we are doing, that is the only value which we are going to take with us. Prabhupada in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 7th canto, Prabhupada writes, the purpose of life is to be rich. And then he puts a comma, spiritually, not materially. Thank you. Okay, one more Mataji. Oh, Prabhu. One Prabhu and then last Mataji. Yes, you can go. Kids.
I realized that Krishna is everything and everywhere, and he's even a picture, for example.
Yes, even is in the picture. Yes. What is your name?
Even a house.
What is your name?
Rayansh.
Riyansh, I saw you in the temple on Sunday. Yes. I saw you in the temple for Mangala Aarti. You came. So he's saying Krishna is everywhere. Krishna is omnipresent and he's omniscient. That means Krishna har jagah pe hai. Har cheez mein hai. Krishna is in every atom and is between 2 atoms. So there is no place where the Krishna is not there. Okay, one last. Yes, mother.
हरि नाम के बिना इस जीवन से मुक्ति नहीं है.
Very good. हरि नाम के सिवाय जीवन से मुक्ति नहीं है. तू मेरे नाम में तो मैं तेरे काम में. तू तेरे काम में तो मैं मेरे धाम में. So if you're too very, very busy in your life, then I'm busy where I am. But if you're busy in me, then I'm busy in you. So this is the Yuga Dharma. Just chanting the holy name is the Yuga Dharma. क्या नाम है माताजी आपका?
गरिमा.
Garima. Thank you. All right. Anybody else would like to say anything before we start today's discussion? Yes. Hare Krishna Mother, game show. भगवान कृष्णा ની કૃપા છે. હવે કૃષ્ણા બોલવું જોઈએ.
पहले हम मतलब भगवान में ऐसे बोल रहे थे कि भगवान है देख लेंगे. अब तो मतलब वो फियर ही नहीं है. खुल के मतलब प्राउड से भी हो रहा है कि नहीं जो होगा कृष्णा को सौंप दो जो होगा.
Jai. Surrender to Krishna. Yes.
So every day मतलब
Jai. भगवान को सब जानते हैं लेकिन भगवान की कोई नहीं मानता. है ना? भगवान को सब जानते हैं लेकिन भगवान को कोई नहीं मानता. When we know more about Krishna, it helps us to have a better life. भगवान को सब मानते हैं. Shall we start? All right. I'll let kids settle down.
Actually, can you all please move a little bit that side? Maybe Matajis can make one more row, so more people can fit in. Make one more row of Matajis there, so that these Matajis can move inside. Yeah, and then there is a way to move. Okay, you can move inside, so that there is a way to move here.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Class?
Do we have kids class?
We can do Prabhu. Yeah.
Nine classes. I don't mind them sitting.
I was thinking that kids should be more
I don't
excited
mind.
here.
I can manage the kids.
Yeah.
I've got no problem. No problem. If kids wants to sit over here, that's it.
If this will make noise, then you can take it.
Kids can sit. That's it. Little bit of disturbance. If they can sit and listen, no problem. Kids, can I start? Do I have your permission to start? Happy kids, happy Bhakti Diksha. Alright. You know, when we come into Krishna consciousness, we have been told to do things and we have been told not to do things. But when we understand there are many things to be done, then we come to know that time nahi hai. Right? Time is one of the biggest challenges which people often find. If I would have had more time, then I could do more things. How many of you, I'm going to ask an honest question, okay? How many of you think that having more than 24 hours a day will help? Okay. Do you think having more than 24 hours? Okay. Now, be honest. How many of you think that 24 hours a day is enough for me to do what I need to do? Just be honest. Okay. And how many of you don't care 24 hours हो, 40 घंटे हो या 10 घंटे हो, मुझे जो करना है वही करूँगा. Be honest. ऐसा होता है. हाँ. Thank you. Be honest. So sometimes we think having more time or less time will change my life. Question. Is it time management which is important or priority management which is important? Do we manage the priorities in the right way or in the wrong way? Let's have an honest discussion. Do we have the right priorities to manage or we don't have the right priorities to manage? Let's take a step back. What do we think?
Depends on the priorities.
Depends on the priorities. If tomorrow 4 बजे की flight है, तो सब लोग 2 बजे मेलबर्न एयरपोर्ट पहुंच जाएंगे, करेक्ट? है ना? बट अगर 4 बजे 5 बजे उठना है भगवान का नाम लेने के लिए, तो नहीं उठेंगे. क्यों? Because priority नहीं है. Priority कब आएगी? When we understand the value of something, correct? If I miss my flight tomorrow at 4 o'clock, then I know that I'm going to lose $1,500 ticket or $2,000 ticket or whatever it is. But if we understand the value of human form of life and every second of human form of life is more than money, then we will definitely get up. Again, an honest question. Is time more important or money more important? Loudly. कोई बोध नहीं बोला. Gujarati, हाँ. If you ask in Gujarati, he will say both are important. All of you said time is more important than money. Do we spend more time in the right things or do we waste more time in the wrong things? We waste more time. सब मानते हैं. Unless we have, जितनी honest हो गए उतना मजा आएगा. Because अंदर के बाहर बात आएगी अपनी. Money will come and money will go. But 1 second of the time which has gone, Chanakya Pandit says, all the gold of the world cannot buy 1 second of the time which has just gone. Steve Jobs, in his autobiography, he writes that all the wealth I have at the moment cannot buy 1 second of my life. But he is Steve Jobs' autobiography. He used to go to the Hare Krishna temple. So Steve Jobs, right, all the wealth, he passed away at the age of around 55, and all the wealth he had, not 1 second can be bought back. And typically, what do we see people doing? We see people wasting more time. Why do people waste more time? Because they don't have the right priorities. And the right priorities will come from the right desires. And right desire will come from the right knowledge. And the right knowledge will come from the right association. So what will association give you? Knowledge. What will knowledge give you? Desires. And what will desires give you? Priority. So what is the most important thing? Association. Sang vaisa rang. An vaisa man. So every time when we come over here on a Friday evening, and between 2 Fridays, when we get in touch with the devotees, what do we learn? We learn desire management. भक्तों के साथ हम क्या सीखते हैं कि ये भक्त की इच्छा क्या है. If I look at Shailendra Prabhu and if I come to know, अरे प्रभु इतने ठंड में भी उठ के 4 बजे मंदिर आते हैं, 3:30 बजे उठते होंगे, 3 बजे उठते होंगे, यहाँ से आधा घंटा ड्राइव करके आते हैं, then what will I have in my heart? I also would like to be like him. But on the other hand, I have friends and family members who are spending time in coins, in cinemas, in cricket, in climate. This is what people talk about, the 4 C's of life: cricket, cinemas, coins, and climate. This is what people usually talk about. These are the 4 pillars of their discussion. कि क्या चल रहा है क्रिकेट में, क्या चल रहा है करेंसी, रोकड़ा, प्रॉपर्टी कहाँ ली प्रभु जी, शेयर मार्केट में क्या चल रहा है, यूक्रेन को ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, शेयर मार्केट में फर्क. Things which are beyond our control, we talk about it, isn't it? Most of the time we discuss things which are not in our control, was never in our control, and is never going to be in our control. Yes or no? Please be honest. मोदी को क्या करना चाहिए था, ट्रम्प को क्या करना चाहिए था, विराट कोहली को क्या करना चाहिए था, वो बॉल अगर ऐसा नहीं खेलता तो आज इंडिया का कुछ और किस्मत होता. अरे बाबा, यू आर रेसिंग टुवर्ड्स डेथ. वी आर रेसिंग टुवर्ड्स डेथ. And neither Virat Kohli is going to come and help me at the time of death. Neither Narendra Modi is going to come and help me at the time of death. And we are worried about people who are not worried about us. हमें जिसकी चिंता है, उन्हें हमारी कोई चिंता नहीं है. मानते हो या नहीं? हमें जिसकी चिंता है, उन्हें हमारी कोई चिंता नहीं. बट हम अपनी पूरी जिंदगी उस पर डाल देते हैं. So spending time will not help. You know, when we were kids, the adults can relate to this, and I can relate to this. अपने ज़माने में फोन होता था, 3 मिनट बात करो तो 1 रुपया. ये याद है वो दिन? You speak for 3 minutes, local call, and it was 1 rupee. And STD का अलग और ISD का तो भूल ही जाओ. And पीछे में जब बात करता था, I used to speak to a friend. His name was Kamran. And when I used to speak to him, मम्मी पीछे से बोलती थी, रख 1 रुपया हो गया है, रख 2 रुपया हो गया है. My mom is over here, I can say this. You remember those days? All of you can relate to it, ना? पीछे से मम्मी पापा बोलते थे, फोन रख, 2 रुपया हो गया, जब से बात कर रहे हैं. और अभी देखो, बातें ही बातें, free flow, because communication is free, unlimited. कर लो दुनिया मुट्ठी में, कर लो दुनिया मुट्ठी में. अपने हाथ में रहते ही मुट्ठी पर चुनी भी नहीं है. We cannot take one fist of things with us to the next life. Yes or no? We cannot take one fist, मुट्ठी पर चीज भी हम, we cannot take it to the next life. और दुनिया कर लो मुट्ठी में. So unlimited communication. So we waste so much of time, and people say, I don't have time. When you ask people, क्या कर रहा है भाई? Time pass. Right? सुना है टाइम? यू नो टाइम क्या कर रहा है? टाइम पास. अरे बाबा, it's not time pass. It's not you passing the time is passing you. Time is passing you. We are racing, all of us are racing towards death. All of us are racing towards a change of body. All of us. कोई बोल सकता है कि मैं टाइम रोक सकता हूँ, कोई बोल सकता है कि मैं मरने वाला नहीं हूँ. Everybody are racing. We are not walking. We are racing towards death. So they say time and tide waits for nobody. Time and tides wait for nobody. So the WWW of the world is work time, worry time, and waste time. This is the WWW. You don't go on WWW, right? You don't go on internet, no? You're a good boy. But people who go on the internet, work time, worry time, and waste time. But an intelligent person, for intelligent person who knows how to manage time, time expands for them. For a person who knows the value of time, time expands for them. You believe it or not? The more you are efficient in time management, the more you are efficient in priority management, the more you don't waste time, the more you will have time. Kabhi dekha sir? Right? I was just calling someone before coming over here, and he's going to UK tomorrow morning, and he said I was working like dogs for the last week because he's going to UK tomorrow. If we have to get something done at office, we can get so much of done because we have to get the work done. But if we have a lot of time and if we want to take it easy, we can take it easy, correct? Yes or no? Similarly, if we understand the value of time, if we understand the human form of life is very rare, very auspicious, then we will not waste time. If you give a diamond to a 2-year-old boy or 3-year-old boy, वो क्या करेगा? खा जाएगा. Okay, what else? What will he do? Will he have any value of the diamond? No. And you give a diamond to Gujarati, what will he do? Invest. Right? Invest. Why? Question. If you give a diamond to anybody who knows the value of it, what will he do? He will protect it. Correct? He will protect. What is the difference between a diamond which was given to a 2-year-old boy and what is the difference between the diamond given to a 20-year-old person? What is the difference? What's that? Knowledge? Okay, what else? Value? Intelligence? Importance? Thank you. Yes?
When we protect the diamond, it's like God is protecting us.
If you protect diamond, Lord is protecting you. That is right, because the diamond has a lot of value. And that's good. So the answers which we got: intelligence, importance, value, and knowledge. Similarly, if we now understand जो ये मनुष्य का जो जीवन है, every second of this life is very rare. Every second of this life is very auspicious. Why? Because जो मनुष्य का जीवन आसानी से नहीं मिलता. जन्मों जन्मों के बाद, करोड़ों जन्मों के बाद, अलग अलग योनियों के बाद हम ये मनुष्य के जीवन में आए हैं. Right? After so many lives we have come into this life. How old are you, beta? 11. Where were you 15 years ago? I'm asking a very serious question. Where were you 15 years ago? You don't know. Where are you going to be after 100 years? You don't know. And this is the question we should be asking. मैं कल कहाँ पे था और मैं कल कहाँ रहने वाला हूँ? In a blink of a second, the life will go away. In a blink of a second. Right? Where were your parents 15 years ago? Don't know. Right? Did you have parents 15 years ago? Probably yes, in some other life. Right? After 100 years, they are not going to be with you. You're going to be with someone else. Yes or no? है ना? So आज हम जिनकी इतनी चिंता करते हैं, हम इतना भागा भागी करते हैं, वो कल हमारे साथ नहीं रहने वाले. Yes or no? जीवन का सत्य है ना. इतनी मेहनत जिसके पीछे कर रहे हैं आज, वो कल हमारे साथ नहीं रहने वाले हैं. शायद वो नहीं रहेंगे या मैं नहीं रहूंगा. दोनों में से एक तो नहीं रहेगा. ये पता है ना सबको. This is nothing new. This is not philosophy. This is common sense, which is very uncommon nowadays. Right? So जो कल जो चीज, everything is transient, and this human form of life is transient. I was giving this example the other day that all of us are going from Melbourne to Mumbai in a Singapore Airlines, and we have taken a stop in the Singapore airport, which is like a 5-star hotel, and all of us forget, all of us are allured by the airport. क्या एयरपोर्ट है, क्या स्पा है, क्या सोना है, क्या डेकोरेशन है, क्या अच्छी अच्छी दुकानें हैं, and if we forget to catch the next flight, what happens? We lose going to the destination. Similarly, this human form of life is very, very rare, and it is for a higher purpose. And the person who understands this, कि ये मनुष्य का जीवन मिलने में मुझे 84 लाख अलग अलग योनियों में से निकल के मुझे ये मनुष्य का जीवन मिला है भगवान प्राप्ति के लिए. ये मनुष्य का जीवन किस लिए मिला है? भगवान की प्राप्ति के लिए. Because everything which I'm acquiring now will be taken away from me anyways. Isn't it? नहीं मानते हो? ऋतिक रोशन को मानते हो? ऋतिक रोशन को तो मानते हो? ऋतिक रोशन ही लोगों से खाली हाथ आए थे, खाली हाथ जाना. अब तो मानोगे ना? क्योंकि भगवत गीता को नहीं मानते लोग, लेकिन ऋतिक रोशन को मानते हैं कि खाली हाथ आए थे, खाली हाथ जाओ. So at least trust Hrithik Roshan. This is all Bollywood bhajans, which is giving us eye-opening philosophy. So if we don't have this knowledge, then we will always be in illusion. And many times people say कि मेरे पास time नहीं है. How many of you think you don't have time for bhajans or bhakti? Be very honest. How many of you think कि आप ये क्या बोलते हैं? यहाँ पे 16 राउंड करने का बोलते हैं ना भगवान का नाम. 16 राउंड का मतलब कितना घंटे लगते हैं प्रभु? 2 घंटे. How many of you pay GST? Hands up. Everybody. कितना 10% GST होता है? How many of you have super? Hands up. 10% GST दे सकते हो, 10% सुपर दे सकते हो, 30% टैक्स पे कर सकते हो, 2 घंटा दिन का अपना निकालना है. That's it, that's what Prabhu mentions ना, कि भगवान का नाम है 2 घंटा दिन का. और कुछ तो बोला नहीं है ना? कहीं बोला है कुछ? No. Just chant the holy name, just for yourself. Out of 24 hours a day, 10% of 24 hours is how much? 2.4 hours. उसमें 2 घंटा भगवान का नाम. 10% GST पे करते हैं, 10% सुपर पे करेंगे, 30% टैक्स देंगे. Even before you bring 50 cents home, you have to earn $1, correct? Yes or no? Even before you bring 50 cents home, you have to earn $1. And that dollar is going to be taken away. But every name, every thought towards Krishna is your eternal bank balance. Swalpa api apyasya dharmasya. Little which we chant, little what we think about Krishna, that never gets taken away from us. This is the power of bhakti. एक बार भी भगवान का नाम आपने बोल दिया तो वो कभी आपसे लिया नहीं जाएगा. बाकी सब कुछ आपकी चले जाने वाली है. आप कितना भी रोकने की कोशिश करो, कुछ हाथ में नहीं आएगा. Do we all agree with this? Right? So what I personally do, I manage my time I try to manage my time as much possible using a daily planner. And I'll share the daily planner, and I've shared, this is my own created tool. and I share this with you. This is what I usually do. And if this helps you, then I can share this with you. Right? So I try to do this as much as possible. This is my own created tool. This is not from anybody else. So I try to do this as much possible every day. So what is today's top priority? I try to put a task down कि आज मुझे दिन में क्या क्या करना है. What do I want to achieve today? Right? What do I want to achieve? And to achieve that, how much time do I need? Right? Office का काम है. How many of you work in office? Okay. How many of you think you work 8 hours out of 8 hours? Hands up. How many of you work 6 hours out of 8 hours? 1, 2, 3. 6 घंटे काम करते दिन में. Okay. How many of you work 4 out of 8? Honest. 1, 2. The CFO of Facebook. The CFO of Facebook made a beautiful statement many years ago. He said, nobody works more than 5 hours a day efficiently and effectively. कोई भी लोग, CFO of Facebook, he said nobody works more than 5 hours a day efficiently and effectively. So everybody has time. It is just priority management. It is more for desire management. So in my case, what I do every day, I try to put my task over here. आज क्या क्या मुझे करना है, कितना टाइम चाहिए वो टास्क के लिए, और ये टास्क में से I make a priority कि उसमें से टॉप चीज क्या है, right? But I also have something which, ये क्या है? What not to do list. This is more important than to do list. How many of you agree with this? Not to do list is more important than to do list. Because if you have this list, आज मुझे ना Facebook में नहीं जाना है. I don't want to spend my 1.5 hour a day on Facebook. I don't want to play video games or whatever addictions and wasting time, the leakage we call it. Whatever leakages I have, if you put down those leakages over here, that will help you to achieve everything in life. So this is what I try to do. From 4 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock in the evening, and it is divided into 2 halves. It is divided into 2 halves. So I say, for example, I want to get up at 3:30. So 4 o'clock se leke 6 o'clock is my chanting time, japa time, then my reading time, my DT worship time, my yoga time, then my office time, then my again personal time, my reading time, then whatever you want to achieve. If you write it over here, I can guarantee you, you will have more time than ever you thought about. ये आपको भर ही नहीं सकता. Even at work, you can achieve so many things. Even if you're going to work, coming back to work, at work, you can do amazing things. And I will share this with you. Mata ji, आपको email जाएगा. इसका photograph नहीं बोलो. I'll share this with the नाम संकीर्तन Prabhu. If you just follow this, they say if you do anything for 21 days, that becomes a habit. And if you do anything for 90 days, that becomes a lifestyle. If you follow this religiously for 21 days, आपके पास जीवन में इतना टाइम रहेगा, जो चीज आप कभी सोच नहीं सकते थे वो करना शुरू हो जाओ. इसके बाद कभी बोलोगे नहीं कि मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है, इच्छा नहीं है, करना नहीं चाहता हूं, वो भगवान भी आपको हेल्प नहीं कर पाएगा. क्योंकि कृष्णा doesn't interfere in anybody's free will. कृष्णा doesn't interfere in your इच्छा शक्ति. वो आपको ऐसा बोलेगा नहीं कि माता जी कल सुबह उठ के भगवान का नाम लो. Because कृष्णा ने पूरा भगवत गीता अर्जुन को बोलने के बाद कृष्णा didn't tell go and fight. It is my order. Krishna said, I have given you the knowledge. It is your choice. It is your choice. Similarly, whatever Naam Sankirtan Prabhu is saying over here, he is not forcing anybody. He is telling, आपको करना है तो करो, नहीं करना है तो ठीक है. कोई किसी पर जबरदस्ती तो कर नहीं सकता. Because bhakti is matter of love, and you cannot force anybody to love you. Can you force your son or daughter to love you? Can you force your son or daughter to love you? No, nobody can force anybody to love. And bhakti is loving, devotional service. Bhakti क्या है? Loving, devotional service. तो आप किसी के पास जबरदस्ती नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन ये भरने के बाद कोई बोल नहीं सकता कि मेरे पास जीवन में टाइम नहीं है. ये मानते हो या नहीं? ये भरने का आई कैन चैलेंज एनीबडी कि ये 21 days भरो, what not to do list and what to do list. In fact, my mother-in-law, she puts 2 alarms. One alarm to go to bed and one alarm to get up. मुझे इतना अच्छा लगता ना. I learned this from my mother-in-law. The biggest problem पता है आजकल दुनिया में क्या है? People cannot sleep on time. The problem is not getting up on time. The problem is sleeping on time. If you go to sleep on time, everything will happen. But because people don't sleep on time, अगर आप वक्त पे सो जाओगे ना, आप देखो दुनिया कैसी बदल जाती है. Because you will have 3 hours, 4 hours extra. I remember I was working for NBN. Anybody working for NBN over here? No, then I can say. While I was working for NBN, I used to work as a project manager, and my technical resource, she said, after 9:30, it is me time. What is it? Me time. Or I never heard this term called me time. मुझे पता ही नहीं था कि me time जैसा कुछ चीज होता है. Because 9:30 I go to bed. उसकी सुबह जब होती है, जब अपनी रात होती है. And from 9:30 to 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30, it was her me time. वो पता नहीं मोबाइल पे करते कुछ ना कुछ करते रहती है. और सुबह 8 बजे उठती है. और 8:30 was our stand up. 9 o'clock. वो 8 o'clock उठती है और 8 o'clock से 8:45 तक में उसको बच्चे को स्कूल भेजना होता है. And then it was work from home. कोविड का टाइम था. So people का जो habits है ना, if you complete this, it will help you. I'll stop over here for 5 minutes, take a pause, and we'll take some questions just on this. Yes, Prabhu, Shantosh Prabhu.
Yeah, how you can accommodate the ad hoc tasks? Most of the time, whatever you plan, normally it doesn't go the way you plan.
So I have a slogan called having no plan is a plan to fail. If there are ad hoc tasks, first try to avoid it. Prioritize. Ad hoc task करना जरूरी है क्या? Because if you have not written, that means it is not important. First. But if it has come through, then have some leeway कि चलो दिन में 1 घंटा, आधा घंटा मैंने leeway रखा है, so that when it comes to you, you're not bewildered, you're not baffled. अब करूँ क्या? Right? But if you put it over here, if your timetable is chock-a-block, then you will not do ad hoc because that was not your priority. Is this making sense? But if you plan this properly, and if the ad hoc task comes, then you can move things around. But having no plan is a plan to fail. And most of the time, people have no plan. The worst thing, people have no plans on the weekend. Saturday का क्या plan है? वो सुबह उठ के plan करते हैं. सुबह उठने के बाद प्लान करेंगे कि आज करना क्या है. अरे ऐसा हो ही कैसा सकता है? You plan your day, Baba. If you plan a night before, you can achieve miracles next day. But सुबह उठने के बाद क्या करोगे? If you get up at 9 o'clock, 9:30, फिर बोलोगे अब खाने में क्या है? 11 बजे तो ब्रेकफास्ट करोगे, 3 बजे लंच करोगे, रात में 9 बजे 10 बजे डिनर करोगे, फिर 2 बजे सो जाओगे. That is not human life. Sorry to say this. That is not human life. So if you do this, that will help you. Did I answer your question? Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Mayur Prabhu.
By any chance, अगर हमारी कुछ प्रायोरिटी टास्क है, जैसे अभी बोला एड हॉक टास्क की वजह से है कुछ प्रायोरिटी टास्क, अभी हम तो विल गो थ्रू दिस लर्निंग प्रोसेस. कुछ प्रायोरिटी टास्क carry on होके just not in bhakti but the other tasks, in work and all, that may put a pressure on the next day or the following day, right? So how to like solve that challenge?
So if you have some task which is an overflow from today to tomorrow, then you can plan your tomorrow accordingly, no? Rather than planning your tomorrow, if you plan your tomorrow today, will that help? I'm asking a question to everybody. If you plan your tomorrow, or if you plan your tomorrow today, which will be better? Today. What do most people do? They plan it tomorrow. So you're already losing the game. Even before you start, you're already losing the game. तो टेस्ट मैच में क्या बोलते हैं वो कैरी what did they say? लीड हाँ टेस्ट मैच में लीड होता ना तो वी ऑलरेडी इन द लीड वो खेलने के पहले प्रेशर में 300 रन तो 300 रन का कैरी ओवर है सो बट इफ यू प्लान योर टुमारो टुडे कि कल सैटरडे है फॉर एग्जांपल एंड इट इज सैटरडे यू प्लान योर टुमारो टुडे सी हाउ मच क्लैरिटी यू हैव एंड क्लैरिटी इज पावर and power is powered by faith. Be powered by faith. कि मुझे श्रद्धा होनी चाहिए. I want to have complete faith in tomorrow that this is what I want to achieve. And देखो how Krishna will help you because you are trying to align your desires with time. And Krishna says, मैं समय हूँ. I'm time. So if you align your desires with Krishna, Krishna will help you. Time will expand. फिर लगेगा 24 घंटे बहुत ज्यादा है. I have so much of time. At the moment we are time poor. Then we will be health poor. Then we will be wealth poor. People are time poor, health poor and wealth poor. Isn't it? Yes or no? But if you plan this properly, you will never be time poor. You will never be time poor. You will get so much of work done in such a little time. And you will have the right to say no. I cannot do this because that is not my plan. Bindas bonega. You can put it for tomorrow. You try for 21 days, Prabhu. मैं लिख के बोलता हूँ. Try. Anybody can take this as an open challenge. Try this for 21 days, and you will see a miracle in your life. Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Mata. Apa now? Huh? Oh, Mataji, we have connected before. So good to see you. Hare Krishna. This everything is coming back to that. This is more Sapna. Yes. But we never met over there.
We met for a very brief few seconds. But Sonali Mata ji picked me up at your age. Yes, Prabhu.
To drop you back. Yes. You have a good memory. Okay, yes, boliye Mataji.
Prabhuji, how do you make sure that your family and your extended family also accept your plan? Because that's where the challenge comes. You have your schedule planned, but maybe that's your priority and you understand it. But it's very hard to make others understand that this is my priority because they keep giving you at home.
Work collaboratively.
किड्स के साथ प्रभु आई थिंक माता जी किड्स के साथ कोरिलेट कर रही
No,
है
that is fine. See, this is not your plan. This is your family's plan. Kid drop up है, kid pick up है, cooking है, cleaning है, whatever the task is. See, we are not trying to make you separate us. कल से family को छोड़ो, अपना खुद plan बनाओ. ऐसा नहीं है. छोड़ो घर बार, चलो हरिद्वार. That is not the plan. That is not the plan. The plan is to plan things in such a way that you have time for everybody. If you have some time for Netflix, put it 8 o'clock to 8:30 Netflix. Even though you will be flicked very quickly, right? Just put some time. 8 to 8:30 is Netflix time with family. मेरे बच्चे के time से. Whatever your priorities, but put it over there, and you see how it works. They know, and you know that this is this time. 6 o'clock is a dinner time. 7 o'clock is a prayer time, or whatever that. 8 o'clock is Netflix time. 8:30 is bedtime. Whatever that is, whatever your schedule is. But if you put it over here, starting में कुछ भी करोगे ना 2-3 दिन में थोड़ा आगे पीछे करना पड़ेगा. You can tweak it the way you want it. It's not like a line in the sand that you cannot change it. So अब बनाओ, talk to your partner, see how it is, and they'll be fine. They'll be fine. It works. Yes, anybody else? Yes. Anish.
Prabhuji, In office, like that's what we follow, right? Like a schedule.
Correct.
But then the urge comes to take a break, and that's what we do in weekend, like break लेना है, तो we schedule नहीं follow करना break. So when we follow like that urge will come, okay, that this become monotonous. We are following the kind of schedule. Then the need for a break will come from that. So how do you manage that thing? Like, do you have the same?
I have a time for break. If you know that you need a break, put time for break. 4:30 to 5 o'clock is my break time. I don't want to follow this timetable. Don't follow the timetable. Rather than not following timetable 24 hours a day, don't follow for half an hour. Don't follow for 2 hours a day. 1 hour a day. Take control of what you can. Take control of what you can. The things which you cannot take control, don't worry about it. है ना? आपको लगता है कि नहीं, this looks very mechanical, मुझे रोबोट बना देंगे, नहीं. You put 4:30 to 5 o'clock, it's my free time. हम जैसे बच्चों को free time देते हैं ना, have some free time. But बाकी का चीज आप कंट्रोल में लोगे ना प्रभु जी, automatically that will help you to develop better.
Even golf.
ठीक है? Last question. Anything else?
Yeah, one more. And football.
Yes, yes.
Prabhuji, how to focus on not to do? Like, what is your tips not to do tasks? Because to do tasks we can list and all that. Not to do, how to maintain our focus, not to deviate from that.
I'll share my experience. Before COVID, I took a vow that I will never go on any Indian newspaper. And I'm confessing something, क्योंकि जब टाइम मिल जाता, टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में जाता था, एनडीटीवी देखता था,
Is it softball?
and you go over there, and 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes is gone.
You have tennis
And the profit of a moment is to remember Krishna, and the loss of a moment is to forget Krishna. The profit of a moment is to remember Krishna, and the loss of a moment is to forget Krishna. So if I'm spending 10 minutes on Times of India, that is 10 minutes loss of my human form of life. And क्या मिला मुझे? कुछ नहीं मिलता था. So I took a vow before COVID कि I will never go to Times of India, NDTV. And by taking that vow, it helped me a lot. आज तक, of course, अभी जो फाल्गुन में कुछ हुआ था ना, that was the first time I went because my wife was going to India. But for last 7, 8 years, I never went to Times of India, NDTV, and I never missed it. I just missed less garbage. Because all of this is just garbage. You check any news. Today's news is tomorrow's history. Yes or no? Today's news is tomorrow's history, and nobody cares about history. आज के पेपर की कल कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. आज का $4 का पेपर कल 50 सेंट में भी नहीं जाएगा. So रद्दी का भाव है. Why should we invest time into something which has no value? But if you don't value yourself, then you will value everything else. I repeat, if you don't value yourself, then you will value everything else. But if you value yourself, then you will value not what to value. समझ में आ रहा है प्रभु जी? कल आपको मयूर प्रभु, कल आपको कोई बोलेगा कि प्रभु come next month work for me for 10,000 rupees a month. How much? काम करोगे?
or yogurt.
कोई काम करेगा 10,000 रुपए per month. But when I finished my engineering, 6,000 rupees a month was a great salary. लेकिन आज $100 पे मैं काम नहीं करूंगा. Why? Because my value of my time is much higher than 10,000 rupees a month. Do you agree with this analogy? समझ में आ रहा है? Because my time is more. But if your time is worth less than watching news, Facebook, Prime, Netflix, whatever प्रजल्पा जो होता है, that means you are not valuing your time. Yes or no? किसी को बुरा लगेगा, but this is the fact of the life. Because you are not valuing your time, you are valuing everything else. But the moment you know, यार मेरे पास जीवन में वक्त नहीं है, I am racing towards that. सब कुछ मैं जो जिसके पीछे मैं भाग रहा हूँ, वो सब मेरे पास से चले जाएगा. मैं कहाँ जाने वाला हूँ पता नहीं, कहाँ से आ रहा हूँ पता नहीं, जो मेरे साथ है वो कल कहाँ जाएंगे वो मुझे पता नहीं, मैं क्यों बेवकूफों की तरह इसकी चिंता करूं? When you have that realization, when you have that understanding, then you will value yourself more. But if you don't value that, then we will value everything else. Because matter doesn't matter. What matters should matter. I repeat, matter doesn't matter. Matter, what value? क्या बोलूं? What is matter? What is the value of matter? Nothing. Sorry, heavy हो गया? सब इतने serious हो गए हैं. Better check. Self realization. ठीक है? Anything? One last thing before we go into yes, you have a question?
About the timetable in school, we were organizing like a timetable for a camp, and I found out that 24 hours was time. It took me 22 things and like 1 hour breakfast, 2.5 hour movie. I need to wake up at 5:30 and then sleep at 7. 22 things.
कितना टाइम है? ठीक है. Is that okay? Do you think this will help you? Yes, ma'am. आपका नाम?
More tips in extension or the same question. More tips for not to do that.
So Mataji, wherever there are leakages in the day, whatever that leakage you have, whatever addiction we have, right? As I said, Times of India, NDTV, Facebook, all of this. Not Facebook. I was never into Facebook, but this Times of India, NDTV, that was a killer. 10 minutes इधर 10-12 मिनट ऐसे दिन के चले जाते थे. अभी a couple of months ago, I said to myself, YouTube के shorts होती थी ना, right? उसमें कई टाइम चले जाता था. तो I took a wow. I will not watch YouTube shorts. अभी बीच में वापस देखना शुरू हो गया, लेकिन but because and I don't watch unnecessary stuff luckily, but it's more. but तो भी time जाता है. And I heard in a lecture, how many of you know Amrendra Prabhu? Okay. I heard in Amrendra Prabhu's lecture, अपना आजकल concentration नहीं होता है, पता है? And YouTube shorts and reels वगैरह जो होते हैं ना, उसपे आप देखोगे ना, content is completely different. एक रील आएगी और एक शॉर्ट्स आएगा about चाइना के बारे में, सेकेंड आएगा आईटी के बारे में, थर्ड आएगा सम न्यूज के बारे में, फोर्थ आएगा सम बॉलीवुड के बारे में, एंड देन विच यू लुक 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds this shorts na, you know what happens? You are unable to organize your mind frame because things are changing so rapidly. ऐसे करने में ना, you cannot focus. And Amrendra Prabhu said, don't do that. Don't do that. So मेरा आज ही मैंने लिखा था, no YT shorts. I write it every day whenever I can. आज ही I said no YouTube shorts. I don't write no NDTV anymore, no Times of, because that has gone past through that stage personally. But whatever your personal leakages are in your life, right? Sometimes people think I've spent too much time on phones, talking to this Mataji, talking to that Mataji, because communication is free. So there's no end to it. Don't laugh, Mataji पीछे बैठे. Right? There's no end to it. चल रहे बातें चल रही है वो माताजी वो 1 rupee in 3 minutes का जो सिस्टम था ना, वो बहुत बढ़िया सिस्टम था और उतना ही कम्युनिकेशन में सब कुछ काम होता था. और आज बातें होते ही रहती है, इतनी प्लानिंग, इतने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप another thing. And Mataji, many years ago I took a vow that I will not be in any WhatsApp groups of, so मैं ना कोई स्कूल के WhatsApp ग्रुप में हूँ, ना कोई कॉलेज के WhatsApp ग्रुप में हूँ, ना कोई इंजीनियरिंग के WhatsApp ग्रुप में, ना कोई यहाँ पे मास्टर्स किया था उसके WhatsApp ग्रुप में हूँ, ना मेरे इन-लॉज के साइड के WhatsApp ग्रुप में हूँ, ना मेरे पेरेंट्स के साइड के WhatsApp, किसी पेरेंट्स में आज मेरे पेरेंट्स वही हैप्पी बर्थडे ऊपर का नीचे पेश करते हैं, तो वही फ्लावर नीचे आता है और ऊपर का केक नीचे आएगा. Yes or no? ऐसे रिलेशन में क्या फायदा?
But Prabhu ji, it becomes very hard to tell the other person how you are trying to justify your crime. अरे तूने विश नहीं करा, अरे तू बात नहीं करती, तू घर पर होती है, तो it becomes very hard to explain it to your own relatives, your own parents. You expect to just
have that offline discussion, Mataji, but I can tell you, it is not required. With faith. आपको जिससे बात करनी है, you will definitely make time for them. If someone wants to talk to you, they will definitely make time for you. If someone wants to talk to you, they will definitely make time for you. And if you want to make time for someone, you will definitely make time for someone. It doesn't need to have groups. हमारे जो मंदिर का जो ग्रुप है ना, उसमें एक पुजारी का ग्रुप है, उसमें किचन का ग्रुप है, and I have services in पुजारी and kitchen में, वो ग्रुप में भी नहीं, my wife is there, क्या करें इतने क्या, what is the use? So it's not required. 2 रोटी और थोड़ी सब्जी और सोने के लिए ये सब जरूरी नहीं है. If you make your life simple, it is not required. मैं लिख के दे सकता हूँ, because I'm following it and I'm not missing out on anything. ठीक है? Now next, we have another 20 minutes and I wanted to spend some time on something else. When I started working in NB in 2015, I still remember 3rd January 2015, I went into a room. That was my first day at work. And my manager's name was Patrick Kishta. He gave me an iPhone 6. He gave me a new laptop. And then he told me, okay, this is the vision of NBN and this is the mission of NBN. The vision of NBN was to have 8 million happy homes. Okay, we were trying to roll out connection to every house. And that time, something hit me. Okay, I'm working for the vision of NBN. I'm working for the mission of NBN, but what is my vision of life? And what is my mission of life? Is this making sense? How many of you can put your hand on your heart and say, I have a vision for myself? How many of you can put your hand on your heart and say, I've got a mission for my life? Typically, unfortunately, we spend our life for fulfilling someone else's vision and fulfilling someone else's mission. Neither we have our own vision, neither we have our own mission. So what I did, I created a template for myself and I still follow it quite religiously as much as possible, where I have created, this is called plan on a page. I do this every year. My wife is at the back, she knows I spend time on this. This is plan on a page. This don't worry about the dates and everything. So I have a very clear vision कि मुझे मेरे जीवन में क्या चाहिए. Because until you know what you want in your life, there are enough people around you to tell you what you need to do. Correct? Right? So unless we don't know कि मुझे मेरे जीवन में से क्या चाहिए, neither I know what I need and neither I know what to give. So this vision statement and mission statement needs to be very, very clear in your own life. It will take some time for you to give a thought, but this has helped me immensely. And I have been doing this for many, many years now. Every year I do it, and every fortnight or month I try to revisit it. And then I have my own key metrics, spiritual upliftment mein kya karna hai. How do I want to have my spiritual life? Then Ojasvi is my wife, and then I've got one son Aryan. Unke bare mein mujhe kya karna hai. Right? Then parents, mere parents or Ojasvi ke parents. In fact, parents ke bare mein na, in fact I've written call grandmother every fortnight. So every fortnight likha hua hai. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I call. But every time I visit, I feel नहीं दादी को फोन करना है, नानी को फोन करना है. ऐसा लिखा है, very clear. जैसे ऑफिस में KPIs होते हैं ना, you have KPIs at work. Then why don't you have KPIs for yourself? So I've written very clearly, call grandmother once a fortnight and things like that. Then Chirag and family, that's my brother and family. Then about my own health, eat food as medicine or medicine will be your food. So माता जी ने पहले मुझे बोला था कि शाम में यहाँ पे डिनर करना है तो कुछ Wealth, very, very important aspect. If you ask someone, कितने पैसे चाहिए जीवन में? Nobody knows. But everybody is running after money. How much money do you know? Need? कब तक बनाओगे? कौन से साल में कितने पैसे चाहिए? All of these people don't know. They just want. But when? Don't know. For why? They don't know. How long will it take to achieve that money or target? They don't know. Yes or no? They're just running. But कब चाहिए, क्यों चाहिए नहीं पता. So I have done all of this very, very meticulously. Career में क्या चाहिए, family और society को क्या चाहिए, personal development. So all of this I have put thought process into it and I work on it very religiously. In fact, I still remember when I was 22 years old, my visa to America got rejected. I wanted to go to US and my visa for US got rejected. And at that time, I had a low moment of my life. कि इतनी मेहनत की अमेरिका जाने के लिए और मेरा वीसा रिजेक्ट हो गया. But at that time I thought to myself, by 25 I want to get married, by 30 I want to have 2 kids, by 35 I want to be financially retired, and by 50 I will retire completely. And that thought process helped me immensely. And by Krishna's inconceivable mercy, I got married at 25. By 30, I had 2 kids. By 35, I had enough money. When if I want to go to India and retire, I could have retired. And 50, now if I want to retire, I can retire over here. Because all of this, I thought through, I worked on it. It doesn't happen overnight, but I worked on it very carefully for a number of years. So my request to all of you are grahasthas, or most of you are grahastha, you have a family life, but if you work on this, this will help all of you immensely. और ये स्कूल में कोई नहीं सिखाएगा, काम में कोई नहीं बोलेगा. Nobody teaches us in the school about teachings of Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam. Similarly, our college education has given us just an idea to work hard, make money, but how much? Don't know. No. So this has helped me quite a lot. So in my spiritual upliftment, when I was quite new to Krishna consciousness like all of you, I'm still new, but I wrote, finish 9 rounds of chanting before you leave home. And then 7 rounds I used to do during the course of the day. तो 16 राउंड करना होता ना, तो 9 rounds सुबह और 7 राउंड पूरे दिन में. क्योंकि at that time I was working in IBM में काम करता था, साउथगेट. तो हमारे ऑफिस के नीचे चर्च होता था. सिटी में ऐसा कोई चर्च नहीं है जहाँ पे मैंने चैंटिंग नहीं किया. Right? I was working in 101 Collins, उसके नीचे चर्च था. I was working in Southgate, उसके नीचे. सिटी में कितने churches हैं, and beautiful churches and खाली. So I used to go there and chant. So 9 rounds in the morning, 4 rounds in the church, and 3 rounds मैं train में आने जाने में कर देता था. I used to write it down, right? So, whatever spiritual upliftment I wanted to do, I used to write down 4, 5, 6, 10 points, whatever those points are. पर लिखोगे ना, तभी होगा. और लिखने के बाद, then you can write it over here. कि whatever your points are, every month you can fortnightly review करता था मैं. Pass, fail. Learn 1 shloka per week, for example. If you want to learn 1 shloka per week, then I used to write, learn 1 shloka per week. Or whatever you want to read, whatever you want to do from a spiritual perspective, you can write it over here and you can self-appraise it or you can get your partner to appraise it. समझ में आ रहा? किसी को, is it making sense? Yes. I'll take a pause for 20 seconds. Any questions on this? Yes, Mother.
Can you give an example of vision and mission?
Okay, so vision. The vision of Google is to organize the information and make it universally accessible and useful. This is the vision of Google. The vision of Google is to organize the world's information, make universally accessible and useful. This is the vision. And what is mission? to provide access to the world's information in a click. So vision is what you want, and mission is how will you get there. समझ में आ रहा है? Vision is to have pav bhaji, pani puri and bhel puri. How is like going to Indian shops, buying it and cooking it. भूख लगी है ना? So vision क्या है जीवन का? वो बहुत क्लियर होना चाहिए. जो भक्त हरे कृष्णा आंदोलन में है, जो भक्त भगवत गीता की टीचिंग्स फॉलो कर रहा है, उसका विजन बहुत क्लियर होना चाहिए. Back to Godhead in this life. What is the vision of a sincere devotee? Back to Godhead in this life. ये जन्म के बाद किसी माँ के पेट में जन्म नहीं लेना है. हमारे आनंद वृंदावन प्रभु है, बहुत बोलते हैं किसी माँ के पेट में भी नहीं जाना है. Why should we take another birth? This should be clear in everybody who is convinced with the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Or if you are convinced that you are not happy over here. I say this in most of my talks. Na tan se sukh, na dhan se sukh, na man se sukh, na sabandho se sukh. There is no happiness over here. कोई बोल सकता है कि I am very happy with my body? Convinced. Na tan se sukh. Nobody can say that I'm happy with my body. I was happy with my body yesterday, I'm happy with my body today, and I'm going to be happy with my body tomorrow. कोई नहीं बोल सकता. Na tan se sukh, na man se sukh. Is anybody happy with your mind? The mind is the worst enemy. Na tan se sukh, na man se sukh, na dhan se sukh. कोई खुश है पैसे से? Nobody is happy with what they have. And if you're not happy with the wealth you have today, unfortunately you will never be happy with the wealth which you are going to have tomorrow. Na tan se sukh, na dhan se sukh, na man se sukh, na sabandho se sukh. Can you put your hand on your heart and say that all my friends and relatives are giving me the pleasure which I want? In fact, they are giving you more pain than what you deserve. So ना तन से सुख, ना मन से सुख, ना संबंधों से सुख, तो फिर यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो? क्यों चक मार रहे हो यहाँ पे? That is a question an intelligent person will ask. Based on that, we should be clear. कि किसी, I want to go back to Krishna in this life. समझ में आ रहा है? The vision. I'm not trying to give you my vision to make your vision. If you have another vision, good luck. But have a vision, have a clear mission. But your vision should be an eternal perspective, not on a temporary perspective. Right? Abhi hum log, we were having a discussion the other week, and someone asked, Prabhu ji, आपका life का goal क्या है? And he said, मुझे ना western suburb में 60 square का घर बनाना है. How many square? 60 square house. And Arjun Chaka Prabhu was telling us. And that ब्रह्मचारी was convincing, प्रभु जी घर बनाना जीवन का गोल नहीं है. नहीं प्रभु जी, मेरे जीवन का यही गोल है कि 60 स्क्वायर का घर मुझे वेस्टर्न सबर्ब में बनाना है. After a few months, गृह प्रवेश था. The same ब्रह्मचारी went again. घर बन गया, 60 स्क्वायर का घर बन गया. अभी ब्रह्मचारी को बुलाया है. जैसे अर्जुन से क्या प्रभु हमारे ब्रह्मचारी घर के अंदर गए, उसकी वाइफ पीछे से आई. कितने बार बोला था, इतना बड़ा घर की क्या जरूरत है? घर कौन साफ करेगा? ऊपर कितना कचरा पड़ा है, नीचे कितना कचरा पड़ा है? They were trying to start an argument in front of the brahmachari. Then Arjun से क्या पूछा, आपका तो ये गोल था ना? नहीं प्रभु जी, अभी और कुछ करना है आगे. Because people don't understand what is the goal of life. People think having the goal of life, एक बार PR मिल गया, फिर प्यार मिल गया, फिर घर मिल गया, फिर बच्चे हो गए. Is that the goal of life? No. The goal of life should be based on the life, not on the body. Our goal of life is ever changing. Every 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, the goal keeps changing. So this tool is very, very important and very, very effective tool to plan your spiritual life, then your relationships. How would you like your relationship with your partner? Right? आपके वाइफ के साथ, आपके हस्बैंड के साथ, आपके बच्चों के साथ. What do you want this year? What do you want? मैंने लिखा था कि I want Aryan, my son, to do service in the temple twice a week. I want Aryan to start working. I want this, dot points, clear dot points. And लिखा है तो होता है. अगर लिखा नहीं है तो होगा नहीं. नहीं माता जी, इसके बाद ये ना ये fortnightly review है ना माता जी. You are reviewing it. See, December 24, November, every fortnight you review it. ये अगर ये रिव्यू नहीं करोगे ना तो साल में एक बार लिखा फिर वहीं पड़ा रहा. No, that is not the point. Every fortnight you review it. Then you put pass, fail, work in progress, whatever it is. Yes, mother.
Is it okay to plan for others? Like I want my son to do this,
Yes.
he may not.
Of course. ये लिखा है ना, देखो ना, Ojasvi is my wife, Aryan is my son. Then मेरे parents के बारे में लिखा है. Right? Parents के बारे में हमेशा लिखता था. Make sure the parents' health is okay. Make sure the parents का Medicare क्या बोलते हैं? Medical insurance is paid on time. Make sure you're speaking to parents 3 to 4 times a week. Every time ऐसा लिखा हुआ था.
Like if we plan something, we want our kids to do that. They may not want to do it. Then what do we do?
That's okay. It depends upon your kids. जब छोटा बच्चा है, then it's different. Teenager है, 25 साल का है, then it's different. But having written over there, it helps. It helps. फिर health में लिखा था, you know, health में I always write no aerated drinks, no food, you know, no sweets, no fried item, whatever I love the most, which is not good for me, I write it down. Don't have this, because or else it will have its own consequences. So whatever it is for you, I'm just sharing. Wealth, you know, if I want to retire by certain date, certain time, you write it down. I want to retire by 55, 45, 60, 65, whatever that date is, write it down. And how are you going to retire? कितना money चाहिए retire के time पे? हमारे devotee है अमोल लीला प्रभु. He said, if you die with $1 in the bank, that much human life you have wasted. कितना? If you die having $1 in the bank left over, you have wasted that much human form of life. $1 भी रखेंगे पीछे, इतनी मेहनत कर ली ना. Look at the thinking of him. क्योंकि हर चीज के पीछे टाइम जाता है. जो टाइम भक्ति में लगाना चाहिए वो भुक्ति में लगाया, वो भी पीछे छोड़ के चले गए. So we should be very, very careful. How are we spending time, money, resources? Very, very important. And you will not be perfect on day one. And I try to improve every time. But having it written, it helps. Career mein, I work as a project manager. So I've written, this year I wanted to do a cybersecurity course by May. I didn't do it. I put it failed. I wanted to do it. I didn't do it. But मैंने January में सोचा था कि मैं करूँगा cybersecurity course. I didn't do it. I failed. So you didn't push your target. But having not written over there, it's not good. Yeah, whatever your career is, whatever your aspiration is, then क्या है next? Family and society. So whatever you want to do with your family members, society, whatever it is. ठीक है, नाम संकीर्ण, is it okay? This is what you wanted me to discuss, right? Have a plan. Having no plan is a plan to fail. That is the most important message. And most of the people in the life, they have no plans. चल रहा है, कहाँ जा रहे, गाड़ी चल रही है. No. Human form of life is very rare, very auspicious. और planning नहीं करेंगे ना, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. सब कुछ चले जाने वाला है. And it will help us. You'll have more satisfactory life if you plan things better. क्या बोलते हो? Do you agree? Disagree? We'll stop over here. We'll have some question answers for 5-10 minutes. Yes, Shantashu.
So प्रभु जी आपने बोला कि we don't know how much money we need, so how we can retire after let's say 60 at the age of 60. So वो confusion. Because I don't know by the age of 60 how much money I need with this inflation and everything.
So you have to put you have to put some time aside and think. Okay, अभी घर चलाने के लिए मुझे say hypothetically $6,000 चाहिए. And so how old are you?
Around 48.
48. Okay, 48. 12 साल में 60 हो जाऊंगा. तो अभी मुझे घर चलाने के लिए $6,000 चाहिए. तो 12 साल के बाद $10,000 चाहिए. और $12,000. That means I need $100,000 a year, or $120,000 a year, tax after tax. That's what I need to make $120,000 a year. Say I need $1.5 million. $1.5 million at 9%. I get $120,000. I'm मोटा number बता रहा हूँ. So you need to have So now today I have $500,000. So from now 48 to 60, I need to have another $700,000. That means X amount of dollars per year is what I need to save or invest. So in that way, you know at least $12,000 महीने के लिए चाहिए ऑस्ट्रेलिया जीने के लिए. इंडिया जाने के लिए I've got $500,000 today. I can pack up and I can go. You know what I mean, Prabhu? But most of the people don't even have this clarity. Okay, I have got X amount of money from super. Wife का super, मेरा super, okay. Property है. I just need $500,000 more. 12 साल है, and I can finish this. But if you want to retire at 55, then what to do? That's another discussion. But have that plan. Have that plan. Very clear plan होना चाहिए. ये तो प्रभु गधों की तरह काम करते रहोगे. I'm telling you, I've seen people who are गधों की तरह काम ही करते रहते हैं. Indians का पता है ना क्या होता है? Indians live poor and die rich. ये सुना है? Indians live poor and die rich. Have you seen people around you? कंजूसी से जी के किसके लिए? हमें जिसकी चिंता है उन्हें हमारी कोई चिंता नहीं है. So nothing against the kids, but this is the reality of life. We should have an independent thought process. मुझे क्या करना है जीवन? Anything else? ठीक लगा सब कुछ पता है?
वही कंफ्यूजन हो जाती है ना, लाइफ में पैसा कितना चाहिए और स्पिरिचुअल बनने के लिए हमें उतना टाइम भी देना है. तो दोनों चीजें बैलेंस करने के लिए
स्पिरिचुअल के लिए कितना टाइम चाहिए आपको दिन का? मैंने आप 2 घंटा निकालो पहले. ठीक है, तो बाकी 22 घंटे बाकी की चीजों में लगाओ. उसमें कोई गलत नहीं है, हम मना तो नहीं कर रहे. बैलेंस कब होता है कि 24 घंटे में से 12 घंटा बैलेंस बोलते हैं. वो तो नहीं बोल रहा. बैलेंस किसको बोलते हैं? एक किटकैट है, उसको 2 टुकड़े में करोगे तो उसको 50-50 बोलते हैं. बट एक किटकैट के एक छोटा 10% बच्चों को देना है और 90% खुद को लेना है, तो बैलेंस क्या होगा? So after 24 hours, it's only 2 hours, less than 8%. 8% of the day is for chanting. Okay, question to everybody. भगवान के नाम की क्या कीमत है? What is the value of the name of Lord? Unlimited. Huh? We can't measure it. Hypothetically speaking, okay, give me a word. Hypothetically speaking, the holy name Hare Krishna mantra में the holy name has $1 value. कितनी? $1. तो हरे कृष्णा मंत्र में कितने वर्ड्स है? 16. बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा रामा हरे. कितने डॉलर कमाए? $16 कमाए. यस और नो? इसमें कितने बीट्स है? 108 into 16 times कितना हुआ? 1728. कितने डॉलर कमाए? लोग मानते नहीं है. भगवान को सब जानते हैं, लेकिन भगवान के कोई नहीं मानता। अभी बोला भगवान के वैल्यू अनलिमिटेड, भगवान की तो कोई वैल्यू नहीं है। भगवान का नाम ऐसे ऐसे बात करते हैं, लेकिन भगवान के नाम की अगर $1 भी कीमत लगा दो आप और एक माला करो तो कितने डॉलर हुए? $1,728 टैक्स फ्री, नो GST, नो सुपर एन्युएशन, all money belongs only to you, not to the government, not to your husband, not to your wife, not to your in-laws, only women, only you. Only women, only women, only for you. $1,700 एक राउंड करने में, तो 16 राउंड करोगे तो दिन के कितने हुए पता है? $27,000. अपने अकाउंटेंट साहब बैठे हैं यहाँ पे. How many people you know makes $27,000 a day tax free, which they can take with them in the next life? That is intelligence. लेकिन it all starts with आदो श्रद्धा, ततो साधु संगा, ततो भजन क्रिया. So when you come over here, आदो श्रद्धा, little faith you will have. आदो श्रद्धा, ततो साधु संग, ये भक्तों के संग में भजन क्रिया. You do भजन. तो इसमें इतने पैसे कमा सकते हो. And life simple रखो, और टाइम मिलेगा. Yes, mother. Roshi mother.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, आप इतना कुछ कर रहे हो तो आई वांट टू नो अबाउट हाउ यू एक्सपीरियंस कि आपका रियलाइजेशन क्या है. मतलब यू आर वेरी क्लोज टू कृष्णा, लाइक यू आर डूइंग सो मच, सो व्हाट इज योर एक्सपीरियंस, हाउ यू फील आफ्टर द यू फिनिश्ड योर डे?
Sorry, mother, I got really distracted. How do I feel after what?
How you feel after you are doing so much towards Krishna, and what is your realization?
I'm not doing a lot. There's lots to be done. I used to live in Point Cook in Sanctuary Lakes for 10 years. मैं 10 साल Sanctuary Lakes में रह चुका हूँ. Then I moved towards the temple. Whether I was living in Sanctuary Lakes or whether I'm living near the temple, जो भक्तों के संग में जो पीस मिलता है ना माता जी, एंड जो कॉन्फिडेंस मिलेगा ना, एंड द सिक्योरिटी मिलेगी ना, वो कहीं नहीं मिलती. You go outside on a Friday night, what happens? Show and tell. It is absolutely a show and tell. But यहाँ पे कौन क्या पहन के आता है, क्या बोलता है, it's a different environment. So I personally feel very secure, very safe with devotees. That is my 2 cents in the last how many ever years I've been trying to follow Krishna consciousness. And there's no better feeling than that. Imagine people around you are trying to take away things from you constantly. Or imagine people around you are keeping you in a very safe and secured environment. What is better? The love of devotees versus the so-called love of the karmic friends and relatives. It is completely different. मानते हो या नहीं? आप 1 साल से आ रहे हो यहाँ पे, आपको किसी ने आपके पास कभी कुछ मांगा है? Nobody will ask you. I can tell you, I don't even have to look at anybody. Nobody will ask you कि ये लेके आओ, वो लेके आओ, ये करो, वो करो, पैसे तो कुछ नहीं, कुछ नहीं. In fact, I can tell you, अगर आप कोई I do a भक्ति भिक्षा every Friday. हमारे वहाँ स्टार्टिंग से कभी राइस लेके आता था, कभी कोई दही लेके आता था. मैं वाइफ से प्लीज प्रभु जी मत लाइए. You just come. Don't bring anything. We don't want anything from you. We just want you. हमने आज तक कभी किसी से पूछा नहीं, भगवान ने दिया है. So similarly, Mataji, it's very good experience to be in a safe and secure environment with devotees and chanting the holy name, following the philosophy and following the 4 regulative principles of dharma. It is very, very important. And most importantly, हम जो करेंगे ना, बच्चे वही करेंगे. People are giving big cars to the kids, but they have forgotten to give some scars. आजकल देखो क्या होता है, बड़ी बड़ी गाड़ी देते हैं लेकिन संस्कार देना भूल जाते हैं. What is more important? अगर बच्चे अगर अपने ये फॉलो करते हैं, तो there is nothing better than this. It's 9 o'clock. Ramsan, how much time do we have? You tell. 10 to 5 minutes? Okay. Yes. Yeah. But you can take off it. Abhinav.
Prabhu, you're talking about association, right? So apart from coming to Bhakti Viksha on Friday and visiting temple on one of the weekends, what is a better way of how we can increase the association to continue our devotional journey?
Very good question. Can you give a round of applause to this person? So there are 6 levels. Level 1, give your first day of the week to Krishna. That means first of the week, Sunday, come with your family to the temple. Attend the Aarti, attend the Kirtan over there, have Prasadam over there. Right? So that is the first level of association. You're coming to temple once a week. The second level of association which you can get, give the first hour of your day to Krishna. And how? When you get up in the morning, don't get up as a father, don't get up as a son, don't get up as an employee. Get up as a spirit soul. Mamai Mamsa, Jiva Loka, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are our spirit soul. हम एक आत्मा है, एक शरीर नहीं है. So get up as a spirit soul and chant the holy name. Pray to Krishna first thing in the morning. That is the second level of association. Third level of association. Give the first plate of food, whatever you cook at home, as a bhoga offering to Krishna. So घर पे जो बनता है, of course Krishna is vegetarian. He doesn't like onion and garlic. तो घर पे जो बनता है without onion and garlic, give that as an offering to Krishna. Your faith will increase. So what is the first level? First day. What is the second level? What is the level 3? Now, level 4. Give the first portion of your wage to Krishna. Sabka muh niche hoga. Give something to Krishna. You know, yesterday, हमारे भक्ति परीक्षा में से एक devotee को, she got a new job. And after first month, she got a pay. बोलता प्रभु जी, मेरी तरफ से $1,000 आप भगवान जी को चढ़ाइए. I felt so nice. Not that Krishna needs your money. Krishna is Lakshmipati. He doesn't need a $1, $2, एक पूरी, दो पूरी, वो क्या है? But giving something back to him, it is the perfection of our life. So give a portion of your wage to him. Not that he needs, but we need it. Level 5, it becomes tougher. Keep Krishna in your decision making. By doing this, am I coming closer to Krishna or am I going away from Krishna? That will help your association better. What will make Krishna happy? At work, we know to keep the boss happy, correct? Every action at work, what are we conscious of to keep the boss happy? Correct? Yes or no? हम जब गाड़ी चलाते हैं, so every time we are very careful कि ticket ना लग जाए. We are following the rules and regulations. So similarly, when we understand that Krishna is the supreme personality of God, He is the person behind everything, so we should make Him happy. And His happiness is our happiness. So this is the level 5. And the level 6, keep Krishna in your heart. That means try to see whatever I do, is that pleasing Krishna? Is that making Him happy? Am I serving somebody or am I only serving myself? Typically we only serve ourselves. Pura din, we are only busy keeping ourselves happy. Neither we are happy, neither we are keeping anybody happy. It is better to have imperfect relationship with Krishna rather than trying to have a perfect relationship with anybody. I repeat, it is better to have imperfect relationship with Krishna rather than having a perfect relationship with anybody. Because you cannot make one person happy. You cannot keep one person happy for 1 minute. The moment you keep उसकी और demand आएगी, उसके बाद और कुछ demand आएगी, उसके बाद और कुछ. But Krishna He's so humble and he's fully renounced. You can keep him happy very easily. Patram pushpam phalam toyam vyome bhakta prayashyati. Give something to Krishna. Patram, small. Patram pushpam from flowers. Patram pushpam phalam from fruits. Toyam water. So Krishna can be easily pleased. So these are the 6 levels where you can please Krishna or you can associate with devotees in this way. Is that okay? So very simple, very, very simple. Bhakti is simple for simple and complicated for complicated people. Very simple. Anything else? Yes. Very good. Chanting the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Very good. 10th canto. Very keep a body. Do that. Do that. That is intelligence. That is intelligence. Intelligence, Prabhupada says, intelligence means to work on eternal platform. Intelligence means to work on eternal platform. Something which the soul can carry with us. Carry next to next life. And तो हम सब कुछ यहाँ पे छोड़ देंगे. So many times I've said in the class, I don't want it to be a slogan, but that is the reality of life. Okay, shall we stop here? Shall we have a very, very quick recap? Very, very quick for rapid fire round. What is one key takeaway point from today's discussion? Is that okay? While prasadam is being served. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1 Prabhuji, 1 Mataji. Very quickly, Prabhuji. What is the key takeaway? Plan your day. Next. Very quick. Everybody be ready. Bhook lagi. What is one key takeaway? आज क्या घर पे जाओगे? Chant the holy name. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama hi kevalam. Kalu naste, Kalu naste, Kalu naste. Holy name is very important. So this is what I have. Do's and don'ts. Yes, please. Write your vision and the mission. Yes. Mataji, 1 point. Very quickly. Everybody, then I don't want having no plan is time to fail. Yes, ma'am.
उनका थोड़ी टाइम
Yes. Even with relationship, there should be an expectation. Thank you. Yes. Priority needs to be defined very clearly. Okay. Anybody else? 1 point. Jai. Thank you. Very good. Organize yourself and review fortnight. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? 6 stages. Okay. Alright. I think people are getting this. I'm going to stop here. Having movies. Vision and mission. Okay. Let's come over here. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा.